Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Memphis Cat is back with his Heaven on Earth tour.
I tried to be incognito, but thanks to Shannon Sharp's loud mouth, the gig is up.
February 22nd in the FedEx Forum.
In my spare time, I infiltrate the Illuminati. Look for their secrets. Run back. Tell y'all.
Don't miss this year's most talked about comedy icon live. He's back with brand new material, an unmatched wit, and an electrifying performance. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
A night of comedy with Sebastian Maniscalco and Jim Gaffigan.
Now, is this a family? Is this your mother? Where is she? Is she in the crowd? You don't know where your mom is. The mom's up there. What kind of family is this? I'm sorry.
Sebastian Maniscalco and Jim Gaffigan.
I went ziplining for the last time. What is wrong with us? Would you pay $200 to feel like you're about to die 6 times?
Live in Memphis, FedEx Forum, Friday, February 21st. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
It's your turn to drive into luxury at Southland Casino Hotel. Join us on Saturdays to win your share of up to $1 million in free play and prizes. And don't miss the chance to take home luxury itself during the grand finale drawings. Drive off in a 2025 Land Rover on February 1st or a 2025 Range Rover on March 1st. 2 vehicles, 2 finales, 1 million ways to enjoy luxury only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 or up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzlies stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
At the National Civil Rights Museum, history moves us forward. The question remains, how does history move you?
Keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom now.
Shinedown, Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
At the National Civil Rights Museum, history moves us forward. The question remains, how does history move you?
Keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom now.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
Here we go. It's noon on GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It's a Monday, February 10th, 2025 edition of the show. Today on the show, man, we got a lot of stuff to get to. We got 10 things from the weekend, not the least of which was the Super Bowl, which took place last evening with the Eagles beating the Chiefs. We will get to that. We will get to the entertainment and the commercials. We will get to legacies. In addition to that, a disastrous weekend for the Memphis Grizzlies as they had a home game on Saturday night that we've got to recap. Tigers kept on winning. A bunch of NBA news took place over the weekend. We will get you ready for the week ahead and look back at the weekend that was with 10 things. Let's do it. Turn it up. Hope everybody's having a good day. All right, we got a ton of stuff to get to on the show today. You may have heard the Super Bowl took place yesterday. Worst Super Bowl ever. Before I get to anything, I welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Bandit, Indoor Sack, Johnny Backpull, Johnny Bearcat, the Grim Roser, John Asparagus, Johnny Neckcarb, John Lance. He's Yogi Roser. He's Dr. Thunder. He's John Quadrant. He's Yogi Roser. Hello, John.
Yeah, man. It was tough last night watching that game with you. It was tough.
Devin Walker's here. He's the microphone mangler, Sidor Quasadilla, Mr. Math, Navajo Joe, the reporter, the photographer. He's Walker 93.
Hello, good people. How y'all doing?
Conductor.
It's funny how as soon as you became like a hardcore Mahomes guy, somebody pulled his pants down
I'm
in front
not.
of so many people.
Who said I'm a hardcore
Mahomes
Who
guy?
said?
You're a Mahomes
Just as soon
guy.
as that happened,
I was a Mahomes guy for a minute. Hold on. It was a good run.
Somebody pulled his pants
straight
down.
Super Bowls.
Pulled his pants down in front of America.
Hold on.
And just
What?
Eagles F them up.
It was.
Did they ever?
That was not fun.
Which sack was your favorite one?
I would say.
Which time did you get sacked? Which one was your favorite? Him running away like Day on Friday.
I thought it was the back-to-back sacks.
Oh, no, the second and third down.
The second one. The second of the back-to-back sacks. That one was probably the one. Well, look, we're going to get to the Super Bowl. Roser had to witness the carnage while I was sitting there. And look, it's admittedly been terrible to be a Cowboys fan. The only thing worse is watching the Eagles then win the Super Bowl. We will get to all of it. It's 10 things.
I love 10 things.
Shut up.
I love 10 things, especially today.
Number one, the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Woohoo.
Yeah.
All right, look. I love all the amount of real analyses that has gone on with the game. Obviously, there were great performances that were had. Jalen Hurts was fantastic in the game. He ended up winning MVP. There were a lot of great moments, all pretty much for the Eagles in this game.
It was an Eagles showcase.
I mean, look, Rosa was sitting there watching the game with me.
Yeah.
Look, this is not a rocket surgery, as they say. They couldn't block them. End of story. They couldn't block them. This is not hard analysis. They didn't even blitz. There's 4 guys.
Yeah.
They couldn't block them. And the crazy thing is, a lot of times, I'm going to defend myself here. Because Lord knows, I lost on that game. And I said, look, I'm not betting against Patrick Mahomes. Well, this has been free. Last year, made him an underdog 3 times. It's like, when are you people going to wake up? And so I'm saying this is someone who had this thing pegged way wrong. A lot of times, when you're going into a situation like this, okay, there would be great evidence that an offensive line can get absolutely caved in over and over again. That had not shown up like that. It's not like you watch the Chiefs and were like, oh my God, this guy's constantly running for his life. In fact, the opposite was true. Like, Jalen Hurts was the one that was throwing for 30 yards and, like, they couldn't block the Rams. It was like, what? What has happened? Why all of a sudden did they show up for this game? They couldn't block for 1 second. It was like, as soon as that joker said hike, they were on his ass. And Tom Brady's like, his feet are everywhere.
Yeah, you could tell it made him kind of, got him kind of scared. Like, that's the first time.
Oh my God.
That's the first time I've ever seen Mahomes look like he was seeing deer.
Oh, you know,
Yes.
he was the same way in the Bucs Super Bowl too.
He was like
They couldn't block.
he was like,
Both of those Super Bowls have both of his Super Bowl losses have the exact same thing in common. They could not block.
I even saw my buddy Kevin Clark. He put this thing up this morning where I thought it was super interesting, where he said after their first Super Bowl win, he went to, after the Foles Super Bowl, this is what he wrote. After the Foles Super Bowl, I went to Philly to do a piece on how the Eagles won with analytics. Someone high up there who loves analytics laughed at me when I told them the angle and said, quote, we are always good because of our trenches. Everything else comes after. Like, you can write about analytics all you want. We can talk about game plan and scheme and everything. In the end,
it was man
they
on man.
could not block them. And it led to, because 14 of those points are really the offense's fault. When they went up 27, I turned to Roser and I said, this really should be 13.
Yeah.
I mean, they gave them the
They gave him 14 points.
Cooper DeJean for the culture. Big moment on Super Bowl Sunday.
Big moment.
And his
Big
birthday.
moment.
And his birthday.
And do you know, I saw somebody post this morning, he had 7 picks at Iowa. He had 7 picks at Iowa. 3 of them he housed.
Wow.
That's kind of crazy,
His
right?
first
This
love
guy's
is
just like a
basketball.
housing, if he picks it off, there's a chance he's going to the house.
Yeah.
Good percentage of the time. But anyway, that one, and then obviously the other one that they just, handed to them. They handed them 14, like, with the other pick, gave it to them within, striking range. And so it's like, even when they were down 27-0, I'm like, their defense is not that terrible. Defense is not that terrible in this game thus far. But I will say, those 4 guys that were up front, they just caved in that offensive line every single time. And Mahomes had no chance. And then even when he did have a chance, he was terrible. Yeah. It was so shocking.
It was bad. It was bad.
It was so shocking to see how bad he was in that game. It was, and then even I think after he had thrown the pick 6, he came back and they showed him on the sidelines, right? And I was like, he wasn't. He wasn't frowning. He was like, all right, we got this, right? It was like, look, we're down. This is not gone our way. But I was like, oh, look at him. Cool, calm, and collected. He's non-pulsed by this whole thing, right? And then he came out and screwed up again. And it was like, bro, this was the pick six.
Yep.
And then he threw the pick six under duress. Like immediately he did it. I'm like, this is like if they would have, I've talked about Jordan before. This is like if they would have showed Michael Jordan after a 10-0 Pistons run, and he's just sitting over there, and he's like, all right, no problem. And then he came back out of the timeout and shot it over the backboard. Like, bro, I thought you were all right.
Yeah.
I thought you were cool.
Look, man.
And I mean, look, it didn't even matter who was, and then even the chances they did have when somebody got open, like Hopkins, just dropped one in the. Oh my gosh.
Tracy McGrady with the Spurs,
bro.
Oh my gosh, boy.
Grizzlies Marcus Smart.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Oh man.
Too soon.
Too soon. Too soon. Why you gotta do that like that? Too soon.
We thought we were getting Celtics Marcus.
Yeah.
They thought they were getting Texans Hopkins.
Yeah, and he just.
That guy is gone.
Yeah, he dropped that joint.
Texans Hopkins is not a guy anymore.
And he did the walk of shame to the sideline. I was like, yeah, bro, pack it up. It's a wrap for you guys.
And they said, I mean, immediately all the nerds were like, oh my God, they're gonna be sick when they see the all 22. Evidently, the whole field is open in front of him. Yeah.
Dang, it was like
Evidently,
he was like 32.
Yeah, evidently he was like, there's nobody even around there. Like, oh, when they're all 22, when people see that drop's gonna look so much worse.
That's
it's like,
tough.
oh God. Look,
that's tough, man.
Credit to them. Look, they have built their team from the inside out. Roser and I were having a long discussion last night as the game got totally out of control. Part of it was, as we were lamenting our own teams, it was like, how do they have so many awesome players?
Bro, they do that.
And the fact that we don't understand, like, the salary cap at all in the NFL. And it's like, oh, we'll go get the Titans' best wide receiver. And, oh, we'll just go get Saquon. Like, how do you have money for all this?
Go get all the defensive linemen.
And then they draft like crazy. Yeah. Just call Kirby Smart and be like, who's your best player?
That's
right?
really what happens, bro.
I know.
They do.
It's not. I don't know how genius it is to just take a bunch of awesome SEC players.
Hey, man, they got to figure it out. Man.
They do it.
Everybody else doesn't do it.
Everybody else doesn't do it. Everybody else somehow doesn't do it.
I found a stat. It said, this just tells you how dominant the Chiefs were. It said the Chiefs went 1,106 days between playoff losses.
Golly.
Like that tells you how dominant they were, but Eagles really just from the beginning.
Punked them.
They did.
Set the tone, bro. Mano y mano.
Listen to this. I saw this one this morning. This guy, Doug Clawson, put this up. He said, the Chiefs' performance versus the Eagles was the only game in the NFL this season where an offense did not run a single play in opponent territory in its first 9 drives.
Wow.
It's never happened, even with like the sorriest team. That is a crazy stat.
Yeah.
Not one play in the opponent's territory in 9 drives.
That's like when LSU didn't cross midfield against Bama.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they just kept taking turns punting the ball.
Yeah.
Dang, bro.
How has that not happened once in the season? You would just think, especially like there were some of those games that were like, you remember there was that span. I mean, God, even the Cowboys crossed midfield against the Lions. I don't remember that. Lions had 50 and they could have scored 100.
It happened.
It does make you reevaluate everything about the way we think about the NFL season, because was there any point that you thought the Eagles were the best team? No. There's not.
I mean, their own fan base tried to fire their coach at some point this year.
Through the first 4 weeks, they wanted him gone.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we thought the Ravens might be the best team. We thought the Bills might be the best team. We thought the Chiefs might be the best team. We thought the Lions might be the best team. But very rarely did we ever think the Eagles were the best team.
Oh, for the majority of the season?
And they put 55 up on the Commanders, and then they bum rush them.
For the majority
in the Super Bowl is crazy.
Yeah.
For the majority of the season, I think from maybe like week 7 on, I think the Lions were the favorite to win the Super Bowl. They were the odds-on favorite. Yeah.
Right. They got packed up early. I love us like the game plan was they knew they were going to take Saquon away. So, like, I think Jalen them knew, like, yo, we got to make plays somewhere else.
Dude, they took away
they took him out of the game.
I mean, imagine.
A.J. Brown didn't do anything either. Like,
yes, he did. He scored a touchdown.
That the freaking
and then he did the cha-cha slide.
A.J. Brown
A.J. Brown had 3 catches for 46 yards. A.J. Brown did not kill them.
One of his catches resulted in how many points?
I know. It resulted in a touchdown. I'm telling you, you did not watch that game and go, man, A.J. Brown was awesome.
Also,
they took away A.J. Brown. They took away Saquon Barkley. And they still kicked their ass.
You say that, but I mean, like, he also had a 40-something yarder taken away on the first series of the game.
He did have that one taken
stop.
Away.
They did not take him away. Like, he should have had a 40-something yarder.
You did not watch that game and think A.J. Brown is one of the 5-6 reasons the Eagles won that game.
I will say this, to the point. If you would have told me that Saquon Barkley had 20-something carries for 50-something yards
and told you A.J. Brown had 3 catches for 46 yards, you would not have thought the Eagles win that game.
No question.
That D-line, bro.
No question. Their defensive line was unbelievable.
Was the best part of that game.
Did you see the trivia question from Scott Hansen on Twitter?
I did not.
Well, this is perfect. Leading into the other person that scored a touchdown last night, Devontae Smith on the bomb.
Yep. What a throw that was.
Dime.
My
Rosa,
God.
that was for you right there. I almost texted you on that one. I almost texted you on that one.
In stride.
That on the money. Because somebody on this show said Jalen Hurts can't throw a football.
He's still mid. I'll own that.
Super Bowl champion. Devontae Smith is now the 5th player in NFL history to win a Heisman, a national championship, and a Super Bowl. Do you know the other 4?
Okay, a Heisman, a national championship, and a Super Bowl.
Yep. It's for the guys.
Let me look at teams. Hold on.
Well, this is a very interesting trivia question.
It is. How many of them are like recent history?
Okay, so Devontae Smith.
Yep.
Because he's on their team and he won the Heisman. A national championship,
I would say probably
and the Super Bowl.
It goes like probably 80s.
Reggie
80s
Bush.
is probably the furthest it goes. There you go. Bush is one.
Who did Reggie Bush win the Super Bowl for? The Saints?
The Saints.
Had to be the Saints. Yeah,
he was on the Saints?
Yeah. One of them is one of the greatest two-way players to ever play in college. Woodson.
Charles Woodson.
Who did he win a Super Bowl with?
The Packers.
Wow.
Desmond Howard was Super Bowl MVP of that one.
Desmond Howard didn't win the national championship, I guess?
No. Michigan didn't win. Yeah, no, they didn't win the national title.
Because he's the author of the Heisman Post.
Yeah, he is.
Right?
Yeah. What are the other ones? What position?
Other 2 are running backs.
How long ago?
80s.
80s running backs.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much 80s.
Eric Dickerson.
No, he didn't.
Marcus Allen.
Marcus Allen.
Marcus Allen won it at USC. Yep.
You got one more.
Who did he win the Super Bowl with? The Raiders?
Raiders.
The Raiders?
Early
80s?
Early 80s.
Early 80s.
Yeah.
One more.
The beginning of his career. And one more that is a...
Well, how long ago?
It's the same era, bro.
70s, 70s or 80s?
Sure it's the same era. 80s. I know this person's the 80s. I'm pretty sure.
80s.
I know he ain't the 90s because that's when I was like.
And you had to win the Heisman, you had to win the national title, and you had to win a Super Bowl. Who else won the Heisman in the 80s? Herschel Walker won the Heisman in the 80s, but he would not have. Bo Jackson won the Heisman in the 80s, but he didn't. And he also didn't win the national title.
I'm pretty sure this dude played for your team.
He played for my team, Tony Dorsett. Tony Dorsett. He won it at Pitt.
They won the national championship?
I didn't realize they won the national championship. No.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's the list.
Wow.
So that was 70s.
Yeah, late
70, my bad.
Late 70s.
Yeah, that'd be 70s.
Late 70s.
Did y'all win a Super Bowl in the 80s?
It was 80s, bro. My bad.
Late 70s.
Yeah, that's the crazy list.
That's a good list. Number 2, Super Bowl, the players and legacies.
Legacy talk.
I don't want to hear anything else about Pat Mahomes. That's what they right. So Patrick Mahomes obviously gets dinged greatly by this game. He does
in his 2
because
Super
he's had
Bowl
2
losses.
Super Bowls where he got smacked.
That was his Mavs. That was his Brian Mavs performance.
Yes.
You know
yes.
what I'm saying? That's the equivalent.
No, and I saw somebody post this last night. It might have been Jason McIntyre who had picked the Eagles, so he was having a night. But he was saying people have brought up Mahomes as Jordan, Mahomes as LeBron. right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh.
Yeah.
All right.
We're the same way that, Brady is Jordan.
So Brady lost all of his Super Bowls by a combined 15 points.
Right.
The two that...
And Mahomes...
I mean, well, the point is, and the point on that is they were all close.
They were all close.
Like, he could be 3-7.
Right.
He could be 10-0. He could be. You're right. They were all close. Like generally, they were close games. But even last night, I think that when they went down, like, when they're down like 24-0 and whatever, it's like, oh, is this going to be his time where he storms back and he has this,
DVD
Brady
moment.
versus the Falcons moment?
Yeah.
That never happened. And so, obviously, the Mahomes stuff takes a big hit with this one, right? In terms of where we put him, as his trajectory was to be maybe the greatest ever, especially if he three-peats. That one gets set back a long way. Jalen Hurts goes into a totally different category. He just does. It's the way it goes when you win the Super Bowl. And by the way, he's played in 2 Super Bowls, and he played great in both of them.
He's been awesome.
He played great in the biggest games. He played great.
I wish he would be freaking our quarterback when we played the Chiefs because he's good against them.
He was great. Jalen Hurts, look at this. Total offense, 654 yards, 37 first downs, 7 touchdowns, and 2 turnovers. That's in the 2 Super Bowls that those 2 teams played against each other. And so you got to give him his just desserts. In the biggest game, he played big-time players for big-time games, man. And Jalen Hurts is obviously a big-time player. And also him running it in that second half, I mean, that's just back-breaking. You're not like, if you can't stop me from running up the middle of the field, like he took it wasn't like he forced anything. He took his spots, right?
Like,
the throws were there. He made the
me?
throws. The only one was the very first one where we were sitting there. It was like, there's the Jalen Hurts I know.
They got pressure on him.
That pick was horrible.
There's 2 plays they got pressure on.
It was terrible.
I was like, yo, what are you doing, my guy?
There's 2 plays they got pressure on, and Hurts was horrible on both of those plays.
Yep.
The rest of the time, they never touched him. They never got pressure on him.
What do you mean they never? Bro, all the time they blitzed him, he just ran right up the middle.
Yeah, they never
brought pressure. He's like, you know what?
Yeah, you don't get to get pressure on me.
He just took off.
I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna just take off running, and I'm gonna slide on down.
Anybody else? Did your opinion change? Obviously, look, that entire Philly defense. Your opinion changes. Vic Fangio.
Can we?
That's a
what an unbelievable
masterpiece from him.
I mean, and what an unbelievable hire for them to be able to get him. Yeah. I mean, he was with Miami last year, and if you're Miami, you just have to be sick to your stomach. I mean, Vic Fangio, obviously. We saw him many times really wreck quarterbacks and make them look bad. But I don't want to say too much about Vic Fangio because in the end, anybody can look great if your 4 guys can cave you in. I don't care what defense you run. Like it does, and the whole maybe Kelsey couldn't get any catches. Like when were you going to throw the ball? Like, unless somebody could get open in 1 second. And I will say, Andy Reid never running the ball at the beginning did set that all up, right? If you're going to call pass every single time while your offensive line is getting caved in, that's just a bad job. Like, you got to get them, even if you run for 1 yard, like, bro, get them off of this guy. Yeah, because
once you get down a bunch of points, you can't help but to pass the ball. They pin the ears
but they came out at the beginning of the game, and it was just pass. It was all like 20 passes.
Yeah.
And they could never get a first down. It's like, bro, you got to, like, if you're the only way is to go at that defensive line, try to find some gaps, try to find some way to run through that. But so, I think Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, in the end, it's one game, and we'll all take a step back in the end and evaluate their careers up to this point. And they're both great, but this was such a shocking. I mean, nobody expected them to get destroyed.
Yeah, the way they did, the score, bro, it was a mauling, bro, in front of everybody. I will say somebody's legacy. I know y'all are probably gonna laugh at me. It's somebody who they wanted to get rid of during the midseason, all along with the coach, Jake Elliott.
Yes.
In the Super Bowl.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Was he 8 for 8 now?
He was 4 for 4 in this one. I think it was 4 for 4 in the last Super Bowl. So, knock it down a 50-yarder.
Huge.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out Jake Elliott, big Tiger football.
That was a good. And there were 2 other Tigers on that team. Obviously, Kenny Gainwell and Huff.
Oh, dang. Bryce Huff on that team?
Yes.
Shout out Bryce Huff then, bro.
Bunch of guys.
Yeah, so
There's 3 Tigers.
Yeah, so it's like, they wanted to get rid of him midway through the year because he was missing field goals, missing easy chip shots. He come in the biggest night and knock it down. So
I also think it is these Eagles, one of the lessons that you learn is, like, bro, you put some of these guys in different scenarios, and you could think, like, you could watch Saquon Barkley and you could be like, man, he's had a lot of carries and whatever. Like, bro, take him off the Giants and put him on there and see what Saquon Barkley still is. Same way we did with Derrick Henry this year. It's like Derrick Henry, like, not only is he not done, he ain't even close to done. Like, just give him somebody that can block. Same with A.J. Brown, right? Like, I mean, just give them a little bit of time.
Can you imagine being like a Giants fan or a Titans fan today?
Oh, my God.
You give up your best receiver for scraps. You give up Saquon for nothing. You got to watch him, like, hold up a trophy together.
No, and obviously, look, and that's the big one. I think you're going to look at Sirianni differently. You're going to look at Hurts differently. Like, Super Bowl wins change everything.
Yeah.
They do. They change everything. But most importantly, that friggin' GM.
Howie
That's
Roseman's
unbelievable job.
Give him a trophy, too, bro. Give him an extra trophy.
That's executive of the century.
Yes, bro.
I will say, contrary on the coaches thing, we don't look at Doug Peterson as some genius, and he won with the Eagles.
That's fair.
We do not look at that now. It's like that. We thought great hire when Jacksonville got him, and now we don't look at Doug Peterson like he's anything. But Howie Roseman's freaking awesome.
Amazing.
Howie Roseman's amazing.
Amazing job.
Go look at their drafts, and it's like, dude, they nailed them.
They nailed these drafts.
They nail them.
And they nail free agency, and they nail trades.
How do they afford all of these players?
How? I don't understand.
Hey, don't ask questions, bro.
Man.
How do you have so many good players?
I know, right? I saw Jahan Dawson catch a pass. I was like, wait, you was cold as hell in college. I saw you.
Oh, that was a tough one.
Memphis.
That was a tough one too for all the sports books or anybody that took a flyer on that.
Oh, the first touchdown.
Well, he was 85-1. And everybody in the free world had Hurts touchdown anytime, or a Hurts first half, or a Hurts rushing touchdown, or first touchdown, whatever. And by the way, shout out to our guy Brian Edwards. He had the over, and he had Hurts anytime touchdown. I mean, he hit it.
Tushy push.
And I mean, look, those 2 touchdowns at the end were garbage.
Yeah, they don't count. Yeah, we don't
That was
count.
just garbage time stuff.
We won't count them.
It helped them hit the over, but that was garbage time stuff.
Yeah, shout out to the Eagles, though, man.
Unbelievable job.
Beginning to end.
Number 3, the broadcast and the entertainment. Okay, so on the broadcast, boy, there was a lot of talk about how everybody hated that scorebook.
Oh, that joint, they said that joint looked like a Fortnite scorebook. They said that they used the Fortnite font for the Super Bowl.
Why did they do that?
Bro, yeah, it looked
As the kids would say, you're being extra.
For no reason.
There's no reason for this.
Keep it
Why
simple.
does everybody hate it? Do you know how bad a scorebug has to be for people to notice or care? But everybody was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it looked like somebody stripped it away, bro. Like, it was like I don't know. It was weird. Fox be better.
Odd.
You see where your boy Brady had they said his face was pulled back the whole game.
Yeah, what
Man, they
is
did. They
this?
said Tom Brady got a new face for the Super Bowl. It's crazy.
Charlotte Flair went to the same person.
Yeah, they were all over Brady. I mean, look, Brady was fine. Burkhardt's fine. Like, whatever. I mean, it wasn't like.
His face was like that.
Look, a lot of times the announcers are going to be dependent upon the game.
Yeah.
A lot of filler.
And there was a lot of filler, and at least Brady had something to say.
And Burkhardt had it ready. You know he had one ready for the Chiefs, but the Eagles won. He said for the second time in franchise history, the Eagles are world champions. Eagles fly in Super Bowl 59. Like, he had it ready to go.
Oh, that was terrible.
Oh, he had it ready.
I didn't even make it that far.
Yeah, Burkhardt had it ready.
I will say, I do think Tom Brady did a good job of not allowing his true feelings to come out, because every time Patrick Mahomes got sacked, he had to be like, yes.
I told y'all he's not built like
You
that.
can all shut up now. All of you. You can all shut up. Yeah. I'm the guy. right? Him watching it, like it was an amazing night for Tom Brady.
We need like another camera.
Amazing.
Yeah, we need to figure out whether or not there was another camera on him. Like every time he got sacked, under the table,
just
he was
under
like,
the table, fist pumping.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, my boy Brady, bro. He got to go to a different person though, bro.
You don't like it. You don't like his face.
It was like Charlotte Flair. They
I
were the
think
same
he's-
person.
I think he's gotten like multiple. Like there's multiple times over the last couple of years you've looked at Tom Brady. It's like
It's like if you like smile
do to
too
your
hard, everything
face?
just like might pop out.
You think it's surgery?
surgery or Botox,
Really?
or both.
It looked like if he reacts too hard, like it just might all just like fall apart. You know what I'm saying? Get you a better surgeon, bro.
Commercials. Obviously, look, we live in a day and age where you're generally looking at your phone when the game's not on. And so I can't say that I was all the way locked into the commercials. The ones that stood out, the Instacart one where they had like all the characters from, commercials past. Energizer Bunny, the Kool-Aid Man, the Green Giant, like that one stood out just because I was like, oh, that's cool. You got all these characters. Like it was kind of cool little CGI thing. And then the other one that stood out to me was Seal as a seal with his head.
And the Mountain Dew.
I mean, that was so.
Bro, that meeting had to be the worst meeting of all
I
time.
love silly stuff though.
Yeah.
And Seal with like being the head of a seal is preposterous.
Who
Let's
was in
make
that
him a
movie? Like,
seal.
It made me
You know
laugh,
what would be
though.
hilarious at Super Bowl 59 if we put the head of a seal on seal.
It was funny.
It is like, it's a great idea. It's memorable.
And then it's for Mountain Dew. And I was like,
well,
Yeah.
this is awesome.
I will say, you see, what was the Stitch thing for?
Huh?
Stitch. When Stitch was running on the field, you see that commercial?
No.
You see that he was like running around the field?
Dude, I wasn't paying that hardcore attention to a lot of the commercials. I saw some of the movie ones.
Yeah.
Some of the movie ones look cool. The Mission Impossible thing looked cool.
The Nike women's commercial was dope with all the
Nike
the women.
women.
The women at
Nike,
Nike.
yeah.
Then they dropped the T right afterwards.
Yep.
On the website. I just copped that joint this morning. What else? Bro, the commercials, I really was kind of some like.
I mean, that's generally when you're talking, taking a piss, or looking at your phone.
The commercials haven't been really like that. For
been
the last
mid.
couple of years, what do you really remember?
Right.
It wouldn't really been like a commercial that jumped out at you.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that's an amazing ad.
Right.
I mean,
And then we have the entertainment. So we had John Batiste, very controversial.
oh no.
Yeah.
Not because of his performance, but because of the timing of it. And I thought he was for sure over 2 minutes he did the same line 3 times in a row. And it's like, is that cheating? I think that might be cheating,
Might
right?
be, yeah, we're gonna find
And
out.
I
It's
think
Dante Porter-ish.
Yeah, and I think that
Inside trade.
John Batiste.
he was like, you know what?
He's looking down at a clock.
And I'm like, I'm gonna run this back a couple
and
times.
the land of the free, and the land of the free, and the land.
I got him.
Got him.
Yeah, bro.
I thought the who was it? Was it Kelsey Ballerini? I don't even remember.
Lauren Daigle.
Yeah, the New Orleans
And
style
Trombone
thing.
Shorty,
That was kind
yeah.
of cool. That was fine. Batiste was fine.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna remember it.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's not.
The national
It's
anthem,
hard.
There's like
He has to be spectacular for
want
you
me
to be
there are
like,
very-
oh my god.
Yeah, there are very few national anthems that you remember.
There's very
there are
few.
some amazing ones. There are a couple. There's Whitney Houston. There's Marvin Gaye.
Remember the Johnson? Like,
And then there are
also
Stapleton was pretty great a couple years ago.
And then there are the terrible ones. There's Fergie
Like
that
Fergie,
you remember
yeah.
the bad, the
That's
really,
right.
really bad ones. Or Carl Lewis. Like,
I was gonna say bring up Carl Lewis in the
Yeah.
boxing ring. Yeah. But,
Yeah.
it
But
was
most
alright.
of them just all kind of blend in together.
Yeah.
I will say this.
Like my boy that sung it at the anthem, the Grizzlies game the other day. Remember him, the guitar?
Oh yeah,
Eric
yeah,
Gales.
yeah. Eric Gales.
He does it like at least once a year.
I will say one of the things that was crazy was all that stuff was going on, and my stupid TV started buffering.
Oh no.
And I was like, no, dude. This is like right after the anthem. So I went and grabbed I got it set up to where this was not going to be an issue anymore, right?
Yeah.
And Roser's like, the Eagles won the toss and they're gonna receive or whatever. And I was like, okay.
Chiefs won. They
Chiefs
deferred.
won, yeah, and they deferred. So Eagles are gonna get the ball first. And I was like, all right, damn. So I'm like going and grabbing another box. I'm gonna hook it all in, whatever. Bro, I had all of it hooked in and they were still like doing crap. And I'm like, is this game ever gonna start? Like,
You got to get this stuff in, bro.
Yeah. And Pat
It was
Forty had
really,
tweeted the actual game is never going to start.
I was so worried because it was like buffering, and I'm like, dude, I'm going to miss the beginning of the game. Yeah. I still had time to fix my entire TV, and the game still hadn't started. I'm like, what did they do for 10 minutes?
Got to get the pyro ready.
I know.
You got to get everything ready
They
to
just
go.
had to get a bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah.
But anyway, not in terms of like the broadcasting and all that stuff, not that much that was all that memorable out of it. And then we get to halftime, which was Kendrick Lamar, which it's a hard spot when, they're promoting like the Apple halftime show coming up and whatever. Like, that game was so bad.
It was.
And it was so bad by halftime.
Speak for yourself.
No, it was bad. It was objectively bad football game.
It was fun to watch Mahomes run for his life for a half.
It was an objectively bad football game.
Run
Oh, you
for
never
your
seen that
life.
though, bro. That's why I thought it was rare.
It was rare.
Come on, man.
And then that was a bad game. Nobody was entertained by that. Terrible football game.
It was a bad football
game. It was a bad football game. Yeah. And so, look, now it's like, okay, now time for some fun, right, with Kendrick Lamar. All three of us are big Kendrick Lamar fans. Therefore, we were going to like it no matter what.
Right.
Right? Because we like him.
Yes.
Right? We like him. I thought it was good. But again, I know him and I know those songs. I do understand how somebody could watch it and not like it, right? I heard Gary saying, like, if you didn't like it, it's just because you don't understand. Like, I can't understand if it's not your thing. And again, I'm not talking about racist people that are just not going to like it because it's a black guy rapping.
Right.
Like, there's people that don't like Kendrick Lamar. I don't think it's because they don't understand it. I think they just don't like it. The same way that, like, I mean, look, you're going to go to that Creed concert when it comes to FedEx Forum. There's a lot of people that if you took them there, I wouldn't say, you just don't get this. Like, they just don't like it. They don't like the guy. They don't like the music.
There's a section of people that use that though as their like crutch. You know what I'm saying? I saw a lot of that. A lot of the DEI. Look at this. Who is this guy?
Would you
Why
say
is this
this
guy
though?
rapping on TV? Like, it's like, come on, bro.
Here's what I think about this. Though.
What are we doing?
Is this fair? I think Kendrick is one of those guys that I could have told you everybody that's going to like it, and I could have told you everybody that's not going to like it.
Oh, you could easily, bro.
There's all kinds.
Before
but
he
I'm
started,
saying there's not random people. There's a lot of random people. Like, let's just say, I don't know, like, who, well, like, most of them are, like, just kind of, pop acts, like a Bruno Mars or Beyonce or whatever. Yeah, everybody knows these people. Everybody knows their songs, whatever. But I'm trying to think of somebody that would be like, somebody that if you put them out there, again, I could tell you who's going to like this and who's not going to like. I do think he's not for everybody. Everybody's not going to like him. Whereas most Super Bowl acts are, this is totally non-threatening.
It's a shark dancing on the stage.
Yeah, it's just poppy, whatever. You've heard the song. It's Justin Timberlake and Pharrell singing Happy. And it's like,
Usher.
It's like Usher, It's all these people that everybody just like, even Prince or even whoever, U2 or whoever. It's like, I mean, there's a lot of people that are just like, okay, these are massive pop acts that everybody's gonna. But I'm trying to think of somebody like, he's not one of those. I think there's a lot of acts. There's a lot of acts that I see. I'll give you an example. When I saw that, I don't care nothing about that Benson Boone guy, the beautiful thing. But I saw him dude, I watched him at the Grammys. I'm like, this guy is awesome. Like, I was, if you would have asked me going in, do you want to see Benson Boone perform? I'd be like, absolutely not.
I'm good.
And then I watched him and I'm like, this guy is pretty great. Yeah. Like, I was super entertained. Yeah. I just think that there's nobody that was going to be won over by Kendrick Lamar, and there's nobody that liked him that was going to, and so I really think he is a totally different strokes for different folks. Yeah. Like, and I also don't think it's just like, I know he said, it's, Gary was saying, if you watch the Bob Dylan movie, you go back to Elvis, you go back to the Beatles, you go back to Bob Dylan, it's always white people old white people don't understand
There was a section of them. They were mad.
Or whatever.
They were angry last night, boy.
I mean, look, if we're being fair, though, all black people are not driving around listening to Kendrick Lamar either. That's not their thing either. Right? It's not, he's our age group.
Yeah.
He is. He's our age group.
Your son doesn't.
My son doesn't care.
Nah, but I think it was just a very, very pro-black show. Like I said, it was I knew it was gonna be different when he started the first song he did, bro. It's not even a song that's out. Like he did a song that's not even out on any album. So it lets you know because.
Well, and Euphoria is not on anything, right?
It's not on anything.
Euphoria.
So some of these songs, like people, if you ain't locked in, you ain't gonna hear them. So for me, it was like, okay, he set the tone early. And if you go back to just look at Kendrick's go to the 2017 Grammy performance, right? He makes sure it's not. I'm not doing this to perform my karaoke hits or my hits that all y'all know. I'm finna sit on this stage. I'm finna let y'all know something.
Right.
I'm finna teach y'all something, whether it makes you uncomfortable or not. I'm finna educate y'all. Because even you go back to that performance, because I went back and watched it. He performed Black of the Berry, which is a song that's on the B-side, C-side for anybody, into We're Gonna Be All Right. Like that's on the Grammy stage. You know what I'm saying?
And we know all the lyrics. It is hard to, if you're just an average person sitting there.
Because he rapped.
He rapped.
No backtrack, no karaoke,
Like,
just
he
straight
rapped.
bars, bro.
It would have been interesting. I should have called my dad. Because he needs closed captioning.
Yeah.
But I think anybody that doesn't know Kendrick Lamar needed closed captioning. Yeah. Anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way rap music is. If you're really gonna rap.
No, I give
you got to know the lyrics.
And that's the thing. It's a section of people that have this stigma on rap music where it's a certain way. You know what I'm saying? All they talk about is booty. All they talk about is shooting. All that. But this is a dude. This to the other point. You said people that already knew they weren't gonna like it. This dude went on this stage and rapped about some real. Let me take away the diss record, right?
Right.
Like he really rapping, bro.
But he did the diss record,
which I love. By the way, shout out Samuel L. Jackson too, bro. Bringing him out being Uncle Sam, I was like, yo, this boy is artiste.
The other thing is, Rosa will tell you, we're sitting there, my whole family's watching it.
Yeah.
Everybody liked it. And the one time that I piped up during the whole performance, I went, oh my God, that's Serena.
Yeah, she did a crip walk. Yeah.
I said, that's Serena Williams.
Yeah.
I said, that's not somebody that looks like Serena Williams. That is Serena Williams.
So that is a chess move.
That was shocking. That is one that I did not see coming.
And it was for 5 seconds.
But again, you need to know the backstory.
Exactly. And there's a lot of casual.
And how many people don't know? That is not something that everybody knows.
No, and
So for me, I'm sitting there going, oh my God. Some average person is sitting there watching it like, what the hell is Serena Williams?
Yeah, why is she crip walking? Right? Why is she crip walking on the stage?
Well, they also don't even know that that's crip walking.
So that's part of the
She's
issue.
just dancing.
That's part of with the Super Bowl halftime show, period, is it can only be so. It can't just be amazing. None of them can be. Because even when you see the pictures of fans who are filming this from their iPhones in the crowd, it's like, dude, you can see the Chiefs end zone, the Eagles end zone. It's just this small little section of the field cut out where they're doing this.
But you guys agree
because it's all made for television. It's not made for the audience.
Anybody that likes Kendrick Lamar was going to like it. Anybody that doesn't is not going to.
Yeah.
And then all the people in the middle, I understand if they're like, this ain't my thing.
Yeah, I just want those people in the middle to grab something from a performance, and I think that's what Kendrick's message is. I'm not just going to perform my songs. There was a part too that. For me, I was like, yo, this is the stuff for people, the visuals, the game over at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
And he said that was inspired by PlayStation, who Drake soon, it's a whole wraparound. You got Samuel L. Jackson playing Uncle Sam, who's an image in America.
It is funny when people then.
Oh God.
No. I love all of the videos because we're Kendrick fans. I love all the videos of people dissecting literally every single thing of every single thing. Did you see his shoelaces? That's a throwback to a 1932 novel that was written by.
He wore the chain with
come
the
on.
A minor
It doesn't
chain.
have to be this deep.
But that's the thing, though. Kendrick, it does think like that, though.
I know.
He's a deep thinker, bro.
You're like. You don't know if some of the stuff he's doing is intentional or not. It does. It's so funny that when there was I I would love to see him get interviewed by my buddy from Dissect, or like one of these people that read into every single thing and make it very deep.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm sure it is, and I'm sure it's very intentional.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I think it's probably just like
It's
a
probably
coincidence,
just a
and you're just
coincidence, and it's
because
not what you
to
think.
the point, the Bob Dylan thing. I'll never forget. He was on 60 Minutes like 10 years ago, and I'm watching it, and this guy's talking about like you led a revolution of. There's a whole group of people that, you know, like the anti-war people at the time and everything, like, you know, and you know, you ever think about the impact that you had, whatever? And he was like, they're just songs. Like he just didn't even I was watching it and I'm like, bro, you just broke like a whole lot of baby boomers' hearts by like it didn't mean nearly as much to him and it was not he was like, I was writing lyrics and songs like, but everybody read into it like it was this, you know, anti-war manifesto or something that he had like really, he was like, they're just songs. You know, like the idea that your fans cared infinitely more than you did. They took much more meaning out of it than you maybe even intended.
I mean, you know.
And I do think that is something that Kendrick falls into, while also admitting he is very intentional on many things.
Yes, very much. Like you don't go from Squabble Up, which is like a bop record, right? You have Uncle Sam say, "Yo, you're being too black, you're being too reckless, you're being too ghetto." Kendrick, play the game, right?
Yeah.
And then he goes into his like PC record that everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? And like that kind of stuff is like, yo, that is the little things for me. Like watching that performance is like, okay, that is not just a rapper going up there just rapping, bro. He is like, I gotta play this game to get on this stage. Cause like for if you watch that, it's like, yo, in Black America, you gotta play a game to get to where you want to go sometimes. And that's where I was like watching, like, yo, these are little things like that. Like the message, it was like, yo, so Kendrick is hitting these spots right now, bro.
I'll give you an example. Somebody sent this to, I saw Dissect put this up. It's like, am I reaching to point out that Great American Game can be abbreviated as GAG, as in a joke to be taken unseriously and as a means to silence, a critique of America and its politics being a joke and highlighting the American censorship of media and blackness. And I'm like, you're abbreviating Great American Game to gag.
Yeah, that's too deep.
You're
doing too much.
You're overthinking.
That's what I'm
You're
saying.
overthinking.
And that is what people do with him, unlike many other people. So I get it when people are like, what?
Yeah.
Like, bro, like nobody is dissecting Bruno Mars.
I give him credit.
You know, baby.
I think it's good because ultimately he decided, I'm going to do what I want to do with it. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do something different. I'm not just going to go up there and play all of my hits. I'm going to do what I want to do.
Is there anything you didn't play that you were mad?
Well, yeah, like tons of stuff.
You are?
Oh, God, yes.
In the bubble of what
he could have played at the Super Bowl, though?
No, the one that I was like personally mad he didn't do, because the message was the message of what he was doing. I thought we were going to hear we're going to be all right at some point, because that ties into what the message was last night. I thought at some point we're going to hear he going to go into we going to be all right and let people know, like, yo, no matter what people do, no matter what America does to try to divide us, we're going to be straight.
What about Love? Too slow?
So that's one of my favorites.
I can do Love,
but I give him the credit, dude. He rapped the whole time and he was moving, dude. That is insanely difficult. He got
tired.
Man. He got tired. That was, and he.
Are we good on the jeans?
He edited himself too. He edited himself, and that's tough to do.
But people were killing it.
The flare jeans was tough.
They were
somebody who wears jeans like that.
They were busting his ass about the flares.
Yeah, let them.
Celine. They were Celine jeans.
The flare jeans with the diamond turfs.
I want boot cut back.
They are back. You see my pants? You see my pants? Not the ones I'm wearing today, but he had them with the diamond turfs. Come on, bro. That's with the personally made jacket. Then he brought out DJ Mustard. Like, come on, bro.
I saw somebody zoom in on the shoes, and they said he was wearing the Tupac Filas.
No, the diamond turfs, bro. He's wearing diamond turfs.
He was wearing diamond turfs?
Yeah, he was wearing diamond turfs. See, that's what I'm saying. You can't believe all them messages, little people.
I saw it.
Yeah,
they zoomed in.
Yeah, the shoe guy. What's his name? The shoe guy that does all stuff for NBA teams. He hasn't, you know what I'm talking about. He does all the shoe announcements and all the, can't remember his name, but he tweeted out that he was wearing diamond turfs last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love, loyalty, element. Die Hard, Father Time, Rich Spirit, Count Me Out.
Come on. These are so deep cut.
Why you going deep
These are so
bro?
deep cut.
Dead.
That's ridiculous.
See, that's what he's doing it.
I'm taking any big song.
All the B-sides.
Any big song.
Loyalty is not a B. Everybody knows that. Element, everybody knows that. Love, everybody knows that. Money Trees, everybody knows.
Money Trees is an interesting. Oh, swimming pools.
Swimming pools.
Swimming pools got big on social media. My daughter knows swimming
Mad
pools.
City, Backseat Freestyle. Those are not B-sides. People know those.
You can't pull off Backseat Freestyle.
Yeah, we don't need that, Roser.
You can't.
If you would have
brought out MC8,
it was already getting kind of weird. It's already kind of awkward on social media right now. If you would have done that,
King Kunta, These Walls,
King Kunta. You're not gonna do King Kunta. What is wrong with you, bro? I got a bone to pick. He finna do that.
What is wrong with you?
Freaking song. He edited it himself. He can do it.
If you want people to be that mad,
King Kunta.
Hey, look. But no, that's the point, though. He didn't do. That's why I give him credit.
Like King Kunta.
That's where, like, he didn't.
Bro,
no, but that's where I give him credit. Like, dude, he just decided, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Hey, shout out
and he did his own
man.
show.
You did your thing.
He did his own thing.
Your
Like, he did what he wanted to do.
I would say the one complaint I personally had, because I was trying to figure out whether my TV was broken. His audio was messed up at the beginning. Like as he was like walking, like
on the GNX,
it was a little spotty. It was spotty audio when he was, but I guess they fixed it. But other than that, bro, Kendrick, salute to you, bro. Look, it ain't for everybody. You did your thing, dog.
Number 4, Grizzlies weekend.
Oh boy. I didn't know the water. Anybody got
a time saying no?
Anybody got a shot of tequila?
Go ahead and talk.
Man.
Anybody
got some Casamigos for me?
Oh my
God. To get me through this? Hey, I ain't got nothing for you, Vernon. We watched this together as a group. There you go. Put that thing down. I need a shot of Casa for this, boy.
Okay.
Oof.
So, I have told you in the past, there's a couple of our inebriated friends that have come and yelled at me at several post games, inebriated as they were. And they yell about Dr. Thunder. And they say, Dr. Thunder doesn't believe. Dr. Thunder doesn't believe in us. Where is Dr. Thunder? They're out for blood. Yeah. After we win a game, they come into that post game and they come and yell it before they're headed out to Silky O'Sullivan's or wherever they're headed. They come through the post game and they say, "Hey, Verno! Where's Dr. Thunder? He believed yet?" So I'm gonna tell you, as I was walking to the post game the other night, Devin. There was only one of them. I figured the other one passed out, or left early. Yes.
Oh, actually, I saw him later that night.
No, but there was only one. There's usually two. They run in a pack.
He left.
There's only one, and he's Hey, all of a sudden, I feel like he's walking alongside of me. He's like, Verno. Not the same kind of intensity of which I am usually approached by him. He says, Verno. I guess you're just gonna have to tell. I guess you're just gonna have to tell Dr. Thunder he was right. I guess Dr. Thunder was right. He's like, man, they dog walked us, man. They dog walked us. And I was like, what? And he's like, they dog walked us, man, in our own arena. Yeah. I guess Dr. Thunder was right. And then he said, maybe the most funny sentence ever. He goes, I guess that's why he's an MD. He said, I guess that's why Dr. Thunder is an MD.
Bro, I swear,
hey,
we got the funniest fans in the world, boy.
Put his head down and walk straight to the exit. I'm talking, bro, you could have told this guy that his house burned down and he would not have been more depressed.
He was down.
It was so
man.
He made me sad. And then I had to go and do the post-game show. I was like, oh boy. Oh, we are down bad. This man just said Dr. Thunder's right. And that's the reason he's empty. So, Roser, these same guys that have been out for blood for you doing the whole as currently constructed.
Yeah, they yelled at me in pregame.
It
We're
wasn't
going to show Dr. Thunder tonight, Devin.
It wasn't even as currently constructed. They didn't even have 3 of their best players.
Yeah.
And in the words of my inebriated Dr. Thunder haters, they dog walked us.
Oh boy.
It just looked like 2 different level of team, man, it made me so sad.
It did.
It was.
It was like
It was 2 different levels.
we
of
are
team.
not that like. How much better did they look than us? It was sickening
From the beginning of the game on. It was from the tip.
I can say.
It was like the Super Bowl.
There's
it was
nothing I can say.
It was beginning
But we were
to
down
end.
21 at half.
Oh, I know.
I was like,
It was beginning to
know.
end.
I know. Oh boy, it was tough, man. I mean, we got killed by Aaron. What's his name? Andrew
Andrew Wiggins.
And
Oh no,
Wiggins?
Aaron
we were down
Wiggins.
17 at
By
half.
the way,
we were down 17
Vernon,
at
look
half.
at these highlights of Aaron Wiggins scoring on us. A lot of them Jones was butt naked, wide open. What swing, wide open. I'm like,
cooking.
Closeouts, crap.
Look, one more pass.
Going to the backboards,
Oh.
crap. It's like no, and you know what drives me crazy about the Wiggins thing?
Playing harder than everybody else, boy.
No, this is what drives me crazy. It's just like letting Duncan Robinson take 13 threes. Like, why are they? You know this is what he does.
Yep.
How is he getting 13 threes off? How? They got every rebound. They out-hustled us. They like, every time they missed, they got the ball back, and then they would make a 3 that was open, and everybody's just standing around. It was like, whoa, dude. One of these teams came in here playing this thing like it's playoff intensity. Like every possession matters. Like every rebound matters. Like every attention to detail matters. And the other one looked like it was just like a regular season game. Yep. Like you're just like bro, this ain't the Raptors. This ain't the Raptors.
Gigi is the only. Do you see Gigi's interview after the game?
He was a mess.
Oh my
I'm saying
gosh,
after
was
the
he a
game, though.
mess?
He kept it the most 100 I've ever seen anybody keep it 100. He said, bro, there was moments in the game when they were flying to the boards. Thunder were throwing bowls, ready to scrap. He was like, there was times when we was just like, we'd be like, yo, no, we ain't trying to like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to throw bowls like that. Because we got to figure out a way to have that
Lord
Go
knows.
chase a rebound down.
Thunder
Yeah,
fans.
he was like,
Go
yo,
chase a
through, like,
rebound.
Thunder fans
ready
were
to
on my
scrap.
ass because I called them soft after they lost to the Bucks. Bro, they made us look
Oh my gosh.
weak.
I hope that's a shock to the system, bro. Wake up.
They
I mean,
made and look. I know, and then there were people after the game. They're like, "Oh, well, it just shows you like there's going to be a limit to this team when Taylor Jenkins is the coach." I'm like, "What are you talking about, bro?" If I can't ever get anything through your head, the first thing you focus on is the players. The players decide the games. Stop talking about the jockeys. It's the horses. And if John Moran is 4 for 17, you're never winning. Ever against a good team. He can't be terrible. He can't go to the line. He can't drive in, not get 5 calls, and then just stop playing. And that happened. End of story.
It happens a lot now.
To the point where I was like, why is John not in the game? He was. He was in the game. And I said, why the hell is John Morant not in the game? And he was in the game. How can that be? He is a superstar caliber player. He has to play like a superstar. End of story. That's your chance. Your chance is him being great. Your other chance is Vince Williams becoming your starting 3.
Which he, at the end of that game, boy.
Great.
He was the one that injected
The most promising thing that you could say out of the game.
Man,
And you know
shout
what?
out V-Dub,
I
man.
really do think I said this to Rose last night. He could have a Tony-esque impact on this thing.
100%.
He really could.
100%.
Because he wrecked things more in 10 minutes and shut down Jalen Williams. And the second they took Vince and Jaren out, it went to hell. The game went. You had a wide open 3 to cut it to 9.
The Des Bane joint?
Yes.
Yeah.
You had a wide open 3 to cut it to 9. If Bane hits that, because it's all been a scramble, if Bane hits that,
Timeout.
Roof
Crazy.
is going bonkers. It's 9. It's totally manageable. Yeah. There's 6 minutes left. 9 is a totally manageable number. He missed that shot. Taylor takes Jaren out. Taylor takes Vince out. Jalen Williams scores immediately. Yeah. And just a wide open straight line drive dunk.
It was 5 points.
5.
It was 5. It was the backdoor joint, and then it was the 3 first with Scotty overhelp.
Right.
On the Isaiah Joe.
Yep.
Then he got backdoor for the dunk, and I was like, that's 5 points right there, bro. What are we doing?
Whereas Vince had Jalen in hell.
Bro, he was picking up full court.
Now, in fairness, they were without SGA.
SGA
but they
wasn't
did let us off the hook by him having the 5 fouls. Yeah. Like, that gave us the chance to hit the run.
Yeah.
And it was like, once Bane missed that 3 and you subbed, that was it. I mean, the rest of it was academic.
The plus minus in the game, like if you just look at the plus minus, only
Jaren and Vince, right?
Only 2.
Yeah.
Vince was a plus 10. Jaren was a plus 5. Like.
Oh, and look, the eye test bears that out.
100%.
And look, we've talked about that, and it's not like we haven't talked about this every day. I've talked about it all season. I said, look, you cannot, we know what playoff basketball is. We know what playing the best teams are. And we also know that your depth is inconsequential when it comes to this. You can out-depth people during the regular season. Our depth is better. And on the regular season, playing through, but you have seen when you play against the Knicks, when you play against the Thunder, like, bro, you better have the 5, and then you better have about 3 more. That's all you need. That's what it's going to come playoff time, right? And it's too much to put on rookies to put them in that spot. That's why you don't see rookies playing for awesome teams.
Yeah.
Vince has to be that guy. That is why we talked about the Marcus Smart thing. I will accept that Marcus Smart, look, there was certainly a moment in that game where I was like, this is why I want a veteran around. This is why I want somebody that's won something around. Like, I got it. Jaren has got a bigger voice than he used to, and Bane's got a bigger voice than he used to, right? I want someone they can look up to. You know what I mean? That's won something, that's been there, that's done that. Now, in fairness, if he's washed, he's washed. He wasn't going to be able to help. He wasn't going to be able to help, right? Mm-hmm. Like, there is a element of, which I understand. I and all of us want Marcus Smart in theory. We want Boston Marcus Smart. And Boston Marcus Smart, what they would say, is gone. That guy is gone. You all right? His heart was left on the floor in Boston. Like, look, I could talk to Tony about it. We got Pelicans Tony is Grizzlies Marcus.
Damn.
I'm saying they wanted grit and grind, change the culture, change that.
Yeah.
Tony's heart never left FedEx Forum.
Yeah, it was still in
He was never wanted to do that.
Still in this
He
building.
never wanted to be there, ever. Marcus never wanted to be anywhere but Boston. You know that. I know that.
Yeah.
And so we pined for the guy that we saw wearing that jersey. Like, that's what we want. Like, if you want to tell me we were never getting that guy, I can accept it. Right? I got it. But I'll tell you this. You can't throw a rookie out there. I don't care how good he's been. I love him. You can't do it. It's not good enough.
No.
Vince Williams has got to be that guy. Vince Williams, and it's super promising because, look, if Vince can become the starter, if Vince can become the guy that you're starting small forward, I'm not saying Jalen Wells never plays again. What I'm saying is, if you roll out there, we need the best of Vince Williams, and if you go out there with an elite perimeter defender like that can wreck stuff and lock a guy down or at least make life hell on a guy, and then if you've got Ja and you've got Dez and you've got Vince and you've got Jaren and you've got Edie, then you've got Santi showed up for this game, and then you're probably going to get Brandon Clark minutes and you're probably going to get Kennard minutes, and then you're talking Wells and Gigi and the rest you're making decisions on. Yeah. But generally you're playing 8 guys that are going to be there for it, and the best thing, the only good thing that came out of that game was how awesome Vince was in his minutes.
I don't want the thing to be on this team is like, because it's obvious that game, bro. Every ball that went off the backboard, they were flying, bro.
Yes.
Like you didn't like.
Where is your heart?
That's what I'm saying. I don't want that to be I don't want a thing to be on this team, that the identity of this team in this city to be they don't play hard enough.
Right.
Like
that team came in and played.
That's the part that made
it
me.
was
it's
hustle.
Like, yo, play hard, bro.
Hustle.
These people, there's 16,000 people in this arena. Play hard.
Hustle.
Andrew Wiggins. What
Leave it out.
They grab a rebound, swinging it off. Like what?
And then how about this? After they get an offensive rebound, you're standing around. You're not even closing out fast.
Not up, bro. Like what we doing?
Dude, Taylor was hot.
Yeah, he got mad. So
hey, he was tomato red yelling at them.
Yeah.
But again,
he popped off on Bane early.
He jumped him at halftime.
He jumped on Dez early in the game when he called one of the timeouts.
Jumped on Jaren. He jumped on.
Missing.
He was mad. And look, that cannot be Ja. They can't.
It can't be Ja.
That was a disaster. He's 4 for 17. He's standing in the corner, and his dad gets kicked out of the game.
That's ridiculous.
It's all the worst.
That's
like
ridiculous.
it was really like I'm like really. What an icing! What an icing! What an icing on the cake! Jesus, what are we doing?
They did. We talk about this a lot. The way teams kind of like they see the report.
Yep.
It was a lot of the Minnesota stuff in this game.
Yes.
Because in the first half,
it was all boxes and elbows.
At the beginning, there was like I counted. It was like 3 or 4 high screens that he was trying to get downhill.
Yep.
He got bumped, didn't get the foul. So they just said, all right, just go ISO. Where you're not bringing the extra man.
Yep.
And OKC said, okay, bet.
Second
Isaiah
guy.
Joe, stand your ass right here. Wiggins, you stand right here. Hartenstein, you stand on the backside.
And you have to shoot them out of that.
Go ahead.
It's your only chance. It's boxes and elbows. It's what they did last year against Dallas and Luka.
Yeah.
And they did a decent job against Luka, but they got done in by the role players.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, that was exactly what I was talking about. The open man's going to be Jalen Wells. You can't, he's spooked.
They did it. They did it. It was like the end of the second quarter, third quarter. They start doing when the Grizzlies just like we're not doing the high screen thing because it's bringing an extra man.
Well, and then the other thing is on defensive side, they were going to put in Edie into every damn DHO they bring.
Well, they trying to bring Hartenstein. They trying to just let him sit in the paint while Hartenstein was at the top, and he was like, nah.
Well, if you want to do high screen and roll or pick or high screen and pop, and you've got if it's Ja and Edie, like good teams, awesome teams. They're like, okay, the point guard can't shoot and the center can't shoot. What are we doing? Like, why are we coming out here? Why are we coming out here anyway?
BC was trying to get to the little floaty, and I was like, oh, boy.
Yeah. He was a disaster, too.
The truth is,
everybody was a disaster except for Jaren and Vince.
It was a disaster, and it stunk because they are a great team. We are a good team. And guess what? We're 7.5 back of them. They are 7.5 games ahead. Their point differential is amazing. So those numbers say they're awesome. Go look at offensive efficiency and defensive efficiency, those numbers say they are way better than us.
Brevin has this thing. Brevin has this thing that like this chart that he has.
Yeah,
I think it was like 21 defensive categories or something.
Yeah.
We're in the pregame. He goes, bro. They are first, not like top 5. They are first in 9 of them. I was like, oh my gosh.
They are. Dude, we played the Clippers.
They didn't even have 3 of their best players.
We played the Clippers and we thought, dude, that team's defense is awesome. Dude, they are 4 points better per 100 than the Clippers are. Like their defense is unbelievable, and they didn't even have their best defender last year when we played them.
Bro, I would say one small thing. Y'all might call me crazy, and that's what I'm trying to see it through this prism because I think if we run into them, I won't want this to be an image that I have in my head. One, this could be the one to shock the system.
Has to be.
You're giving yourself hope. That team would beat our ass in a series. They will beat.
They will. Listen to Dr. Thunder.
They will. That team's good. That team is just better.
Calm down.
Slow down.
If we do run into this situation, what you gonna do? Pick them?
Slow down.
Would I?
Everybody's a turned ankle away.
Yeah, calm down.
We just need it to be SGA.
Right?
And then have no Dort and no Chet out there also.
Or my second thing is they could be regular season merchants.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's time to really get cracking, are you really with the
right?
Aaron Wiggins, are you really with the what I'm saying? They could be regular season merchants.
It's nice to hit all these shots when in the regular season.
That's what I told myself Saturday after
the
a couple
Aaron
shots
Wiggins
of tequila.
thing could be true.
I told myself this after a couple
shots. Aaron Wiggins is the Rui Hachimura of that game.
That could be possible. Yes.
When the lights get bright, Isaiah Joe, are you?
Just we can't be the less hustling, less physical team.
That's the part that bothered me, right?
Because that's not the talent thing. That is the try thing.
That is the try thing, bro.
It's and you had 18,000 people ready
they couldn't wait
to back you.
They couldn't wait.
And you just got smoked. And I didn't like the way the body language when they were getting smoked.
Yeah.
It's like Mopey? Stop being so mopey, bro. Go
push
play.
somebody. Somebody go push somebody.
That stems from our best player.
Push somebody.
Yeah,
It did. Stems from the best player.
And
it was 3 minutes into the game. It was 3 minutes into the game.
And he was like,
push somebody, Grizzlies.
he has got to, dude, somebody has got to get to him and say, bro, stop being the guy the refs hate.
Go push somebody.
It's not doing you any favors. It's just not.
Yeah.
And your dad sitting on the front row telling them they suck doesn't help either.
Getting thrown
Like,
out.
this is just not helping things. You're not going to get the calls by bitching at them. They hate you.
Yeah.
They hate you. Because every time you get bumped, you go,
That would have been his dad getting thrown out would have been a way bigger deal if that game was on national television.
For sure. For sure it would have been.
That's not the worst. What he said wasn't even that bad. I mean, I've seen people say worse things. Then the fix is in. But, bro, look, like I said, I hope this is the shock to the system. I'm gonna keep this book number, by the way. Stay on that side when it gets to it.
Yeah, stay on that side. Stay on that side.
When it comes down to it, I don't want you in there.
You know what? This is one of those things. We get down on things, and then he goes too far.
He goes too far.
He goes too far.
If you get to a series,
I do go
beat
to
our ass.
Oh, they will beat our ass.
He goes too far.
But that's okay.
He goes too far.
Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing?
Come on. What if they won?
Yeah.
Oh, they haven't won anything.
They never won.
But I think they beat us in a series.
They never won nothing.
They just beating another team who hasn't won anything.
John Morant's not going 4 for 17 again, bro.
In a playoff game. We've seen John Morant in playoff situations do what? Do what, Rosie?
50 balls.
No, I know.
In big games, other than this Saturday, which is regular season 2. But what have you seen him do?
If they let him go one-on-one and he can get in the basket, yeah. But if they're going to sit there and make him shoot,
like I said, don't try. I know we down and out right now.
Stay on that side, Roser.
Stay over there, Roser.
Stay on that side, Dr. Thunder.
Stay on that side.
Stay on that side.
They said, Roser.
Stay on that side.
Minor setback.
That team is
for
way
a
better
major
than us.
comeback.
We be all right.
We're going to be all right.
We're going to be all right.
Yeah, we're going to be all right.
All right, number 5, Tigers weekend. Tigers keep on winning. That is now after the Temple debacle on January 16th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row as they now have Thursday night against South Florida. In South Florida. They won by 8 yesterday over Temple. Man, it got scary at the beginning of the game just knowing that Hunter was going to be out.
Hurt his knee a little bit.
Yeah, we need him. We need him. Another 20-point game for P.J. Haggerty yesterday. And as we talked about, different guys being able to step up. Yesterday was Dane Danger's time, right? With the 18. And Dante Harris is the one that got the start in the place of Hunter. And he gave you 14 points.
Yeah, off the bench, bro.
Yeah, Dane Danger, little jump hook. Oh, my God.
Bro,
where are you?
He bring it back to big man, bro. Look at this. Oh, he bring it back to big. Ooh, okay.
This was Zebo.
Yeah, look at him. Walk down, hooky.
That's the last time we saw moves like that in the FedEx Forum.
Nah, for real.
Was Zebo or Paul Millsap. Zebo or Paul Millsap or Al Jefferson.
Yeah, he was
right?
cooking, man.
Yeah, no, look, you've just got to avoid landmines. Yes. Just keep on winning. Because I saw yesterday they're saying, like, maybe a 4 or 5 seed is the line right now.
Yeah, I like that. I want to
stay around that.
Stay away from the 12 seeds because that's when you get clipped.
You don't want to be the 5. You don't want to be a 5 playing a 12.
Yeah, get that 4-13, that 3 other one.
3-14. Yeah, 3-14, 4-13. Yeah.
Yeah, but look, bro,
I'd take 6-11.
And this is the case, I think, Vernon, and with the Tigers team. I think when you go in this tournament, you go like, forget the AC. You gonna have the best player on the court, PJ Haggerty.
I agree.
So
I agree.
Utilize that, bro. You gonna have the best. When you go into this tournament, you gonna have the best player on the court.
We need Hunter's injury to not be a big deal.
It can't be a big deal.
It has to be.
As long as
has to be okay.
Yeah, you got to have that 3-guard kind of head snake thing, but
because you could have the 2 best if you have Hunter and Haggerty.
Exactly.
You could have the 2 best players on the court.
So
I mean, look, you take that backcourt against anybody,
and their guards,
anybody,
and their guards. Guards are so important in I mean, especially in college basketball.
By the way, can we speak? Can I tell you guys something real quick? I saw a video this weekend, and it was here. I'm gonna see if I've got this thing. You guys are never gonna believe this. I saw this video this weekend because I have gone on, and I saw Gary saying that Auburn should still be number 1, right? And you've heard me talk about Auburn this year so many times. And I talk about how I watched Auburn against Mississippi State, and it was just crazy. And I was like, dude, they played that game without Broom. And I was like, and that was the wildest thing ever. Okay, so here's a video. Do you have the video, Jalen? Yeah, the one. Yeah, the guy talking about Auburn's starting lineup.
Oh, God, they're all like 28.
The teams they have, the guys they have.
Oklahoma State, Tony. No.
Here, he's got this video. Watch this thing. This is insanity. I saw this come across my timeline, and I'm like.
I saw a tweet today that showed that the second best player for the #1 ranked Auburn Tigers men's basketball team was older than Luka Doncic, a man who already has 5 first-team All-NBAs. I honestly didn't believe it, but then I looked up Auburn's roster, and it just got worse. So Chad Baker-Mazara is somehow 25 years old playing college basketball. They also have a 24-year-old named Miles Kelly, another 24-year-old named Denver Jones, Dylan Cardwell, a graduate student who is also 23, JP Peggs, who comes off the bench and is also 23 years old. This man also just looks like he's straight 30 years old. They have another unk named Chris Moore, who's 23, Jaheim Hudson, who is also 23, and then, of course, we can't forget the best player in all of college basketball, Janai Broom. He's 22 years old. So the average age for Auburn's starting lineup is 23 years old. Gee, I wonder why they're #1 playing against a bunch of 18 and 19-year-olds. But even crazier than that, the average age of the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are the #1 team in the NBA, is 24. So honestly, if Auburn doesn't win the national championship this year, it's kind of embarrassing.
It's kind of embarrassing.
Man.
Bro, what?
They're like Tony and them back in the day, bro.
He said the second best player on Auburn is older than Luka Doncic. I was like, there's no way.
25 is crazy, bro. Just hanging out in college. That's wicked.
Get a job, like you said.
Yeah, get a job.
Go get a job.
Like Pops from Pops, get a J-O-B.
I was 21 when I graduated from college. I was.
I felt old.
We never did. So.
I know.
I was old
when I was 21.
When I was around, I felt old when I was like 23.
Bro, if there was a 24-year-old when I was a senior, I would think that's
well,
great.
and half those guys do look like they're 30.
If there was like a 25-year-old that I was going to school with, I would have thought that was super weird.
That's they got the Unk squad.
And half those dudes do look 30.
They do look
They were
Unk
on
as
that
hell.
video.
They are Unk as
I
hell.
didn't realize.
Yeah, man,
look,
like-
I got it. Like, there's usually a guy like that, and you're like, yeah, he's been around college basketball. Like, I thought July Broom was that guy. Bro, that guy's like way older than him. How do you have a player older than Luka? That is just.
Hey, look.
Luka, the guy said that Luka's been 5-time All-NBA.
This man's still in college, thugging it
No,
out.
I was like, no wonder they're.
They got all the old heads. Somebody call him in the chat, LinkedIn you.
Man.
30? Dude, they're 24 years old on average?
Someone says Bama's also old, too. Bama has 4 starters that are 22 or older. That's what all these guys are doing now. Just get
Bro,
the
it
old
said that
guys.
guy's 25.
25 is crazy.
25.
I mean, we had
DeAndre Williams was 27.
Yeah, and we called him Unk all the time. 25 being on a
But
college
your
campus.
whole team is 23 to 24?
I mean, this was 2 years ago. With DeAndre Williams, when we had him, was older than Jason Tatum and Devin Booker.
Hey, now that I see that video, they called Broom Rook.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he Rook, for sure.
Hey, young blood.
Yeah, he the young one of the group.
How is he the young one?
That's our Rook. That's
Bro,
our Rook.
How is Broom 22 and he's the young player?
Yeah. That's
somebody, they said they're older than Bill Belichick's girlfriend. Is that true? How old is she?
She's like 23, isn't she? 24, 22. Yeah.
There you go. The average age of the Auburn roster is older than Bill Belichick's girlfriend.
I just could not believe that.
25 is
that is an amazing way to start a video. I saw somewhere that the second best player on Auburn is older than Luka Doncic. You want to tell you, you got me hooked. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Luka?
Yeah.
How?
I want to say.
How is that even possible?
It shouldn't be allowed.
How?
Like, didn't the school this year have like a 28-year-old kicker on their team or something?
Isn't this Luka's 6th year? What is he? No. They said 5-time first-team All-NBA. So is this 7? Is this
18,
his
19,
7th
19,
season?
20, 20, 21, 21, 22, 22, 23,
He's
23,
Jaren's draft, so
24,
yeah, he's
24,
seventh.
25.
He's seventh. It's
This
Jaren's
is his
draft.
7th year.
Yeah.
7th year.
He's Jaren's draft.
Yeah.
He's seventh year
18,
pro.
18, 19 rookie year.
First year I
He's
got
in
it.
his 7th NBA season, and Auburn's second best player is older than him. This is reminiscent of you telling us that DeAndre Williams was older than Devin Booker.
Devin Booker came in the NBA. Devin Booker was in the 2015 NBA draft.
That's tough. Hey, like I said, we know a guy that his whole team was like that. Our boy TA.
Yep.
It was old as Grams, all of them.
They were like 22 old. 21 old. Like 21 was like old.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah.
This is 25.
25.
They didn't have a 25-year-old.
They might have. That's totally. They might have.
It's like when Chris Winkie won the Heisman. It's like, bro, you're 30.
Yeah,
like, what are you doing? Like,
I know, right?
how are you winning the Heisman? You're
Brandon
30.
Wheaton. Brandon Wheaton was hooping in college. Like, bro.
Yeah, man.
Then he got to the Cowboys, couldn't do nothing.
Remember that? It was the dude from Miami this year who was in like his 9th year.
Browns, yeah.
The dude from Miami this year for the Hurricanes, wasn't he in like his 9th year or something?
Year, the tight end.
And he was like crying with Mario Cristobal in his last game. It's like, bro, get a job, man.
Yeah,
like, you've been in college for 9 years?
Get a job.
Get a job.
9 years?
Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll knock out the last 5. Chris Vernon Show.
When it's all on the line, you turn to the strong, the stable, the unwavering. To those with a history of raising their performance to meet the moment. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st. And you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Can't wait. It's time to get it popping. It's going to be crazy. The fans are going to be loud. We need just energy.
We're going to need, the form rocking. We're going to need, everybody in Memphis to be out there to come to support.
When the fans are good, we're good. Simple as that.
A Bane 3. Yes, sir! Desmond Bane with ice water in his veins.
We'll ride the energy together.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Our fans have a huge impact on our ability to play to the level that we're striving for.
Drop off, Durant. Oh! Well, you wanted home crowd involvement.
I love those moments where you see our guys engaging in the fans and the fans just get pumped up.
They are standing in FedEx Forum.
I would hate to be on the other side with the opposition when FedEx Forum's rolling. That's such an unbelievable relationship that our group has with our fans.
There's no substitute for experience, the knowledge gained from having been there before, and the passion to share what you know to make everyone around you better. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
It's your turn to drive into luxury at Southland Casino Hotel. Join us on Saturdays to win your share of up to $1 million in free play and prizes. And don't miss the chance to take home luxury itself during the grand finale drawings. Drive off in a 2025 Land Rover on February 1st or a 2025 Range Rover on March 1st. 2 vehicles, 2 finales, 1 million ways to enjoy luxury only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 or up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris
On one morning
Vernon.
bright and clear, my old folks and I drew near, just a village down in sunny Tennessee.
Chris Vernon Show!
I've been speeding.
Let's knock out these last 5 from the weekend. I love the last 5. Number 6! What'd you watch?
Sure as hell going to be better than the first 5.
Thanks, Dr. Thunder. What'd you watch?
Did anybody else watch it?
I watched SmackDown on Friday night.
I was there at SmackDown Friday night.
Yeah, I watched it because you were going to be there. I looked for you. I couldn't find you in the crowd eating.
I was in a suite.
Day 1, ooh, I was in a suite, ooh.
Yeah, I mean, as you know.
What a brag.
I mean, I get to
Not even a humble brag.
Yeah,
real brag.
Yeah, I was in a suite. You know,
Yes.
you feel me?
And it was a 10-minute eat fest
Yeah,
at the beginning with Day 1 Oos.
It's
Jey Uso.
He has the best inches in wrestling.
It's great.
And the last
Andy came in through the crowd.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Through the plaza, by the way.
Through the plaza.
Yeah, and
So that took 10 minutes.
Yeah, that
and then
took a
it was
long time.
10 minutes of boring talk with him and Cody Rhodes. I'm like, bro, do something.
I warned you.
God, it was boring as hell.
I warned you.
Yeah, Dev, you did call. They said there's going to be a lot of talking.
A lot of talking.
But they're not. It was a horrible promo. It wasn't even good. They weren't mad at each other. They were like just kind of having a conversation. I'm like, did anybody plan this out? Or was it just like, hey, Jay and Cody, go talk?
I think maybe
he's like, I'm going to get a shot at WrestleMania. You know I respect you. And I'm like, oh, my God, this is boring as hell.
Somebody say something about someone's mama.
Or kick somebody in the nuts or
I
something.
think Jey Uso took up all the time with his eating. They didn't have enough time to get their ish in.
And then the matches were fine.
Right.
Yeah, I thought I was disappointed.
Your girl Piper was there though.
Piper Niven, who is the worst name switch in WWE history from Dewdrop.
I looked. There's
Free
no
Dewdrop.
I tried to find some Dewdrop merch. There is no Dewdrop merch.
No.
I mean, they didn't make T-shirts for Dewdrop, bro.
They should have.
Which is a huge mistake. You were going to
Big
buy me
mistake.
one?
Yeah, I was going to buy you one.
Triple XL.
Dewdrop.
Shout out to the Triple XL.
Changing her name to Piper Niven is pathetic.
Yeah.
I'm still mad about it.
Oh, I know.
Anyway, Bianca Belair was there. Charlotte Flair was there. You know, I guess Jacob Fatu at the end.
Oh, he's great.
Running up on Cody Rhodes.
Solo Sikoa.
Oh, Solo Sikoa.
I know they all
I'm
look
sorry.
alike, but you know.
Yeah. Solo Sikoa. Him taking off the hood and running up on Cody Rhodes was cool.
Yeah.
But that took until the very end.
Yeah, I'll say that I was there. I'm gonna say this about SmackDown, and I'm actually a big wrestling fan. I was in a suite with a bunch of people that are not wrestling fans. They asked a lot of questions. Oh boy. Second of all, Inches was cool, but SmackDown, bro, the 3-hour show was a lot to sit through.
Especially if it's gonna be boring. It was boring.
Yeah, it wasn't really like
it was. I watched it on TV. I was bored out of my mind.
Like Bianca, I was happy to see Bianca in real life.
What happened that should have entertained me?
I mean, if I'm being real, the only thing that really like got me entertained was the Yeet thing was cool.
Yeah, okay. That was the first 10 minutes.
I want to see that in person. Bianca was cool.
But her match stunk too. It's
I think for me it stopped right there. Like even like the Charlotte Tiffy time thing was weird because that let me know. By the way, that promo let me know Tiffany Stratton, I love you, but you got a long way to go.
Charlotte
took a dump on you in front of everybody.
And then Alexa Bliss showing up was fine.
I'm sorry, Verno.
You don't like her?
She got a long way to go. You can't have Alexa Bliss on her first match with wrestling Candice LeRae.
Yeah, that stunk.
That exposes you to.
Yep.
Yeah. Carmelo Hayes did throw a shot. I thought you see the Ja.
Oh yeah, making fun of Ja.
People can't come to me without bringing up Ja. Carmelo Hayes brought him up, but yeah, bro, it was 3 hours was a
That was
long.
a disappointment.
3 hours was a long
Do
time.
better,
for a wrestling
WWE.
show.
We love WWE. Do better.
You have to sit through that.
We deserve better in a wrestling town.
You have to sit through that or Grizzlies Thunder again. Which you pick?
Oh, as long as I get to yeet, I'll go to
Friday
I'll
or
definitely go to
Saturday
SmackDown.
night.
Oh, I'll watch SmackDown 1,000 times before I'll watch that Grizzlies Thunder. Yeah. Come on.
Another like Aaron Wiggins.
That Grizzlies
loose ball
Thunder
to three.
pisses me off every time I think about it.
No, for real.
But SmackDown is just not. I'm just like, whatever.
I had this dude named Girth Brooks tweeting a video of him doing a cross chop at me.
Girth Brooks is tough.
He tweeted a video of him cross chopping at me.
I did see that.
He did, yeah.
Then it had Shay Sexual on the back of the jersey.
Sexual.
This guy's wild. Girth Brooks, you're wild, bro.
Girth Brooks is wild.
But yeah, man, like Vernon, look, it was rough. But I made it through. SmackDown I'll probably give it a C. But it is setting up for WrestleMania though.
A C?
Yeah, bro.
I give it a D for dud.
You don't like LA Knight?
No.
I hate him.
He is horrible.
Why do y'all hate LA Knight?
Why
so
does
much?
everybody love him?
Sucks.
He has like a good
don't.
catchphrase.
He sucks.
Yeah. You don't like that?
No. He
Feels like he steals everybody's
Where was
stuff.
Otis?
Yeah.
That's who I like.
That's you want to see all the goofy looking. By the way, I have one more complaint too about WWE. WWE, you know your target demographic. I'm not gonna say circumference.
Circumference.
I go to get my Bianca Belair shirt. I want a 2XL. You know, y'all.
They
know
don't have them.
They only got an XL. WWE, come on, bro. I know who goes to wrestling shows.
You ain't selling smalls.
And I promise you, they ain't all slim and trim, bro.
You don't need the smalls and the mediums.
Put them joints to the side.
Yep.
It's only large XL. You
Yep.
should sell more.
Look at the beer line, WWE.
Come on, bro. Know your audience, bro.
Look at the beer line.
Know your audience. I need a 2XL shirt. They said XL. I ended up with the XL, but yeah, know your audience, bro. Yeet. But someone wanted to ask, do you know if anybody got video of Gary's elbows?
No, I don't know.
He was second row, bro.
He was. Gary was second row.
Somebody gotta let me know. Did GP get his arms right?
Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
You don't think so?
You watch anything?
No.
Nothing?
Did not.
Did you go to a restaurant?
I did go to a restaurant Friday night. Yeah.
Restaurant review?
No, well, everybody's been there. I went to Sakasui in Midtown.
Had
sushi.
Did you use chopsticks?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Chopsticks,
All right.
chopsticks.
All right.
Great song. Schoolboy Q.
Number 7, NBA news. All right, we got a lot to get to. Bro, is Anthony Davis for real out for the season?
Is that real?
They're saying surgery is a possibility.
Oh, no. After he played the hardest half of his life.
My gosh.
That's what Mark Stein brought up. Like, if he has to have surgery, it's season ending.
Oh, yeah.
If it's just a strain, abductor strain, then it might be like 10 days or 20 days or whatever with him.
We know that thing.
You never know with him.
You know that
I mean, could there be anything more disastrous than that? Seriously. Y'all hated the trade anyway, and then you trade for. Imagine if he's out for the season after playing for whatever 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
He did play the hardest 20 minutes of his NBA career.
Oh no, he wanted to remind everybody who Anthony Davis is, and he did. Full form. You are the greatest player on the planet, and then you go to the locker room.
You see the tweet? Somebody said Anthony Davis introducing himself to the Mavs medical staff.
Oh,
I'm here. That's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough, man.
So Luka's supposed to make his debut tonight, which makes it even worse. You got the double whammy. You got 20 minutes of AD. I'll tell you this. We'll keep an eye on that AD news. They have become much less significant. And then the Lakers, that Mark Williams trade got rescinded. And so now they have nothing up front. And so I think it's fair to say both of those teams, you know, as bad. I was talking to Roser about this last night when he was at the house. It's like as bad as we feel about that Oklahoma City thing, you think about it after that, you're probably gonna be able to stay away from Denver, right? You had success against Houston, and then you keep going down the standings, and it's like, man, the Lakers, obviously they've got 30-something games to get it together. Not the beacon of health, and they have been playing really well, but they may move up in the standings. And so you're looking at those teams like the Mavericks and the Suns and the Minnesota, and it's like they're not. None of those. I think over the course of the past 2 weeks, none of those have gotten better. Necessarily. We'll see how the Luka LeBron thing works out, but no question, their front court, they needed that Mark Williams trade to happen just to have another big body.
By the way, how hard is he, bro?
Huh?
How hard is he where he can't even pass the physical?
I know.
Like they said, it wasn't the hip either, the injury that left him out at the beginning of the season.
Right.
Like how?
All right, so I don't know. I don't think people really have paid attention to this. So, I know Jared Greenberg on NBA TV. Did you see that whole controversy in the middle of the week last week where you could probably find it? There was a video of him doing a report about Mark Williams and about Mark Williams not being able to, there was a back injury and that the Hornets were worried because he hasn't even been able to go to the weight room because of this, whatever. And then the next day, Jared Greenberg came out and said, I hold myself to the absolute highest of standards, and that was wrong information, and I'm sorry I reported that, and that won't happen again, and whatever. Like, he pulled it down and said that the report was wrong.
Yeah.
And I wondered if somebody called him and been like, dude, you're going to ruin everything.
Shut up.
Yes. That maybe it was a glossed over physical or whatever, but like he said that and it stood out to me as soon as I saw that Mark Williams failed his physical. I was like, dude, I wonder if it was the back thing. I wonder if it was the back thing.
He said he admitted it came for him and said, I got bad intel.
He said, I got bad intel.
But you don't go on TV and come on, bro.
Like, who made that? Somebody didn't make that up. But then they traded the guy and he came out and said that was bad intel. And then he failed his physical.
Yeah, but it wasn't his back, they said.
It wasn't?
No,
they said
it was.
They said it wasn't the hip either.
They said
What
it was
was it?
other issues. Yeah, Shams had it.
Yeah, he said he had some other stuff. Because they said it wasn't the back, it wasn't the hip.
What was wrong with him?
His body might be just shot, bro.
Hang on.
I hope it's not that bad. By the way, speaking of Luka, go back to the Luka thing while you find that, Roser. I don't know if this is. I hope this is real. I'm just going what I see on the timeline. You see they're doing the giveaway shirts for Luka? Is that real?
At the Laker game?
Yeah.
I
sent y'all
posted it?
I sent y'all in the chat.
Who posted it?
Look at that.
Is that real?
Like I said, if they're really doing that for his first game, that is dope to do, bro.
To everyone in attendance? Oh wow!
Like I said, I hope
if that's real.
If that's real, that's super cool. If
it's either that or Roser got a hold of Grok again.
Yeah, you're banned from Grok, bro.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are, bro.
Yep, you are.
You're banned,
Watch. Just watch.
I will say, I'll give you credit. I'll give you flowers for a second, Roser. You have inspired our entire fan base to get on Grok. Because ever since you started tweeting out those Grok images,
we're influencers here.
I've seen a lot more AI Grizzly stuff on the TL.
Yeah,
so
we're influencers.
We do influence.
Grok's fun. No, it says Shams says Mark Williams' physical with the Lakers showed multiple issues, and the team failed him on the exam. The physical was not failed due to his back.
Oh, okay.
So it's whatever.
So he's saving Greenberg.
Know, right? He might be. Yeah, he might be.
That's tough.
I mean, look, how the hell does a 23-year-old fail a physical?
Exactly.
Scary.
I hope you're all right, man, because Mark Williams is a dog.
I mean, the last guy that failed the physical that we remember was Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah.
He was 35.
And that triggered the Marcus Smart trade, didn't it?
Yep. Ooh, that's the reason we got Marcus Smart. Yeah, why didn't you just pass your physical, idiot?
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're saying in L.A.
I know,
That's what
right?
they're saying in L.A.
Idiot.
Oh, and then the whole welcome back Mark Williams was hilarious.
That is so awkward.
That social media post.
Yeah.
We always loved and believed in Mark Williams, had made a decision to make. And how about Dalton Connect? What a new lease on life he's got.
Looking
over his shoulder.
The Mavs fan doing to KD. This is the Lakers and Dalton Connect.
How awkward.
It has to be the most.
Just such an awkward. Nothing is more awkward than the rescinded trade.
You remember
we had it with O.J. Mayo. We also
Charlotte.
had it with the Witch Brooks thing.
We did.
With Marshawn Brooks and Wayne Selden and all that.
So
group.
you remember the day, the trade deadline, like the day before, when the fans were telling the Heat players what they got for Jimmy Butler? Like, that's how the Heat players. That was the Witch Brooks trade. There are fans telling Marshawn Brooks he got traded. From the stands, they're telling Marshawn Brooks on the bench towards the end of that game that he'd been traded.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Just crazy. Also, congratulations to Trey Williams, always an all-star replacement. So he always he doesn't make it, then he gets mad, and then somebody gets hurt and he gets in anyway.
Yeah, that's tough to be that guy, man.
He just kept, but he keeps getting to be an all-star. He made it over LaMelo too.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Right?
And LaMelo's injured apparently now.
LaMelo's injured again?
Yeah,
he had just come back.
He's on their injury report last night. He didn't play in the Pistons game last night.
Oh, damn. Number 8, NBA standings. Okay, so the Grizzlies are still in second. They're a game and a half up on the Denver Nuggets, who have won 6 in a row. So the Nuggets have really hit a stride here.
And the Rockets have...
The Rockets fell down to 5 for a minute, then moved back to 4 after yesterday. And so, as it stands right now, Oklahoma City is 7.5 games ahead of everybody. The Grizzlies are in second. Then they're a game and a half up on Denver. And the Grizzlies are, but look, you got to keep playing at a high level because you're only 2.5 up on Houston and 3 up on the Lakers. There is a good distance. You're always looking at 6, right? Because you're wondering, like, okay, even if you hit a bad spell, and some of these teams, 3 games is not that much to make up, right? One team, I always think about it like this. You go through a tough spell of 10 games and you go 5-5. Well, if the other team, and it's one of these pretty good teams, goes 8-2, they've made up 3 games on you. That happens quick. Now, but you also, you've got you look in when your game amount is left in the 30s, then I'm always looking at what I'm worried about is 6, right? You just never want to be in a position where you got to play yourself in. Yeah. And right now, you're 5.5 up from that. That's where Minnesota is. Mm-hmm. And 5.5 is hard to really make up. So just keep that distance between, I don't know where you're going to land. Obviously, the best case scenario is that you're able to land 2. But what you for sure don't want to put in any peril, like, these teams, like, you look up and down, and it's like Denver's won 6 in a row. Houston won their last game. The Lakers have won 5 in a row. Minnesota's won 3 in a row, right? Like, these teams keep on winning, and they have, like, 7-3 and 8-2 stretches. You can't really afford to have 5-5 stretches. You've got to win at a pretty good rate, too, just to keep your distance. And so, look, there is not that much distance between the Grizzlies and the Lakers, which is 5. But there is a pretty good amount between them and Minnesota, which is 6. So you just want to stay over that line. And obviously, look, down to 7. 7, I mean, that's going to be a dogfight too because the Clippers are only a half game back from the T-Wolves.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'll take that.
Right now, the team you play tomorrow night is trying to stay ahead of the Warriors.
Phoenix.
Yep.
And we got them on TNT too, by the way, national TV game.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's the TNT joint, 9 o'clock.
Tomorrow night's on national TV? I didn't know that.
TNT, Truett TV, and HBO Max.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So,
I didn't realize that.
So you can get back. You can show the world tomorrow. I mean, it's the Suns, but whatever.
We've been good again. I think we've won like 4 of our last 6 at Phoenix.
There's one that's the biggest debacle of all time. The Steven Adams joint.
No, I mean, I'm talking about the games we've won there.
I'm just saying, like, in my mind.
One of those losses was that one.
Exactly. The biggest. It ruined our season damn near.
Yeah. No, it did. I mean, it absolutely did. That's when Adams got hurt and was done for the year. We almost came back from 15 down and win that game.
Number 9. LIV golfers can get qualifications. All right, so the only reason I'm mentioning this is because, by the way, shouts to Thomas Dietrich, who won the Waste Management Open this weekend. Boy, did they clean that up. You ever seen, that's the Madhouse Party House. You didn't see almost nothing come out of that this weekend, did you?
No,
because they were so worried So they promoted that thing not as a golf tournament, but as the world's biggest party, right? And then it turned into an absolute shit show last year.
Yeah.
And it was mayhem and cops and people. They had to stop serving beer, and people were chanting. People are passing out everywhere. Cops are having to do all kinds. And so, like, this year, it was all buttoned up, tightened up. So you didn't hear nearly the wild stuff that you've heard in years past, because what was going to happen, all the players were going to stop playing it. Yeah, because you got some drunk guy screaming as soon as you're about to backswing or whatever, and you got another guy barfing on your foot, and it's like
Happy Gilmore's cool in the movies.
Yeah, there's a line that was so egregiously crossed that you weren't even going to get good players anymore. Anyways, that Thomas Dietrich one. The good thing was Justin Thomas played well, and Jordan Spieth played well over the weekend. But anyways, it sounds like we are getting. The reason I'm bringing this up is because we know desperately they've got to get all the good players together again. Every time you watch a tournament, you realize, bro, they got to get those guys back in the mix here, where we got a bunch of events where the LIV golfers, all the best players, the John Rahms, the Brooks Koepkas, the DeChambos, they all got to be playing in the same thing here. Not just majors, or else you're just going to turn to tennis, where all anybody cares about is that. So anyways, the reason this is important is because LIV golfers, like former champions, can get into, like, say, the British Open, but now they've given you a qualification to be able to get in. So you're going to start seeing stories like this. Ways for those guys to be able to get into events.
Yeah.
So that we can make sure that you've got not just like, because former champions are going to get in, okay? But like, there's too many guys that have left, right? Like, you got to have a way for these other. John Rahm hadn't won a British Open. You got to have a way for the. I know he's won other majors, but you've got to have qualifications to be able to try to sift through. They know you can. You sure as hell can't do that with majors, because that's the ones that people actually watch. Yeah. So at the very least, they are trying to prevent, like, okay, we want to make sure we've got the best golfers in the world playing for the majors.
Yeah.
Right. And so hopefully, it sounds like they've had all these meetings, and we're getting closer to golfers can just all start playing together again. Number 10 tonight. Actually, a really good one. Bucks Warriors is good. Because that's going to be Jimmy Butler, right?
He hooped Saturday night, boy.
He did in his debut.
It was all dunker spot, but he was hooping, though.
Minnesota Cleveland's good.
Yeah.
That's a game that's on tonight. So we got Minnesota Cleveland. We've got Orlando Atlanta. It's a pretty good league pass tonight. Miami Boston, Milwaukee, and Golden State is on NBA TV tonight, and that is very good. Dallas, Sacramento, and then obviously the nightcap is on ESPN, and that's Luka's debut. And it's going to be against the Utah Jazz. So this is actually Milwaukee Golden State, seeing Jimmy Butler against Giannis and them, and seeing what they kind of look like. And then obviously the Luka debut tonight. It's actually a good night for a
good basketball night.
Good basketball night.
Yeah, because Raw going to be booty. I just looked at the Raw preview. These folks said AJ Styles returned to Monday Night Raw. Loyal Valkyria and Bayley collide in Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul. I'm good. I'll see you out the chamber.
At least we got good basketball.
We got good basketball.
We got good basketball.
Hustle tonight, 7 o'clock.
Can we watch?
GLeague.com.
Dang, put the G League on Tubi.
Oh, no. I will say, I told them this.
Yeah.
I'll check it tonight, and then I can report back tomorrow. The last time, Devin, I've got the YouTube app on the smart TV, whatever.
Yeah.
The last time I clicked on that YouTube app and I just typed in Hustle, it showed up live.
Oh, okay. Bet.
I did not have to go through the
So
G
try
League
that.
to get there. I will try it again.
Try it tonight.
Play the Maine Celtics tonight.
At home?
At home.
Wait,
Who do they
Landers
play?
Center.
Who do they play?
Yeah, who they got?
Who they have? They've won 5 in a row. They have Drew Peterson is one of their two ways. Anton Watson is one of their two ways. And their other two ways, someone y'all will know, J.D. Davison.
Oh, from Bama.
With the hair?
He averages like 24 a game.
Of course.
I bet
spray.
Freak athlete.
They also have Scottie
Mike Miller's
Pippen's
his agent.
They have Scottie Pippen's nephew, and they have Dennis Rodman's son.
Wait, they're two different people?
No, they're two different people. Yeah, Kavion Pippen and
wait, his name's
DJ
Pippen.
Rodman. Yeah, Kavion Pippen. Yeah,
That's kind of tough.
Wow.
yeah.
That's kind of
And
tough.
a Rodman?
And a Rodman.
Pippen
DJ
and a Rodman
Rodman.
together.
DJ
On
Rodman.
the Celtics.
Yeah.
That J.D. Davison's average of 24?
Yeah, like 24 game, yeah.
Wow.
He's so bad. I might go tonight. I might come and slide tonight.
They should have him.
Who's the,
Let me see.
Is Yuki
Let me see
playing
if
for the
I've gotten the text.
The main-
I don't know that yet. I've been trying to find out all morning, and I was told I will not know for till like
Yuki?
between 2:30 and 3 today.
You don't know if Yuki's playing?
I said I was told I will find out between 2:30 and 3.
What about Zion? Because people have been telling me I need to see Zion play in real life.
Oh, I like Zion
They
pulling.
said I need to see him play in real life because they say he's a problem.
He gets to the basket.
No, he's good.
Like a bucket.
He's
that
a good
dude
player.
gets to the basket.
If he could start making jump shots, he's a pro.
Say less. They said Giannis is out tonight, by the way. The Chancellor.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Yeah, Giannis is out for
that's right.
he's out
through
till
the All-Star game.
All-Star
That's
break,
right.
yeah.
I forgot about that calf.
So
thing.
Rodman's kid's not
Or
playing.
wait, is
I
it
just
calf
got
or hand?
this.
What was it? It was soft tissue.
It's a calf. It's a calf.
Calf, yeah.
It's a calf. Rodman's son is not playing tonight. I just got that.
Oh, taking the
He's
night
out.
off.
And then one of their two-ways, the Anton Watson guy
Sounds like a chicken
is
to me,
questionable.
buddy.
But it looks like J.D. Davison and Drew Peterson are going to play. And their other guy, he could score double digits. Jay Scrubb. He's out. You don't want no scrubs. He's out.
I remember Jay Scrub.
I'm going to pull up tonight, Rosie. Watch some hustle basketball.
Yeah.
All right. That's going to do it for today's show. Thanks to Devin Walker. Thanks to John Rose across the glass. Thanks to Jalen back in the studio. We will be back tomorrow. Until then, we go.